It's snowing like crazy.
We have nothing to gain by this. Citizen Science Piece is not a paid gig. We're up here because we're doing something that feels meaningful, purposeful, and we love it.
Close to the North Pole, on a small island in Norway, 140 kilometers from the nearest community by snowmobile, is where two women called home for 18 months.
And we are staying in a very small little trapper's cabin built in 1930, and it's uninsulated, no running water or electricity, so we have solar and wind power.
If you were to sort of be where we're sitting right now and look around 360 degrees, you would see nobody and nothing except wildlife, mountain ranges, ice, and then the open fjord since the ice is gone. We feel very isolated and very, very remote.
We first connected with Sunniva Sorby from British Columbia and Hilda Falunstrom of Norway in April at this trapper's cabin. And between them, they have 46 years of polar experience. But their time here is about more than adventure.
We're self-described citizen scientists. It's actually a name that was adopted by NASA. We don't have PhDs, but we are willing to work with the scientists to actually collect data for research that they're doing.
Climate change are happening twice as fast up here in the Arctic than in the rest of the world, so we are sort of climate witnesses.
Witnessing changes to ice conditions, animals, and the atmosphere, and giving that data to 9 different organizations, including the Norwegian Polar Institute and NASA.
So much of what we're doing, people can't really see. It's like we're collecting things that normally you wouldn't observe if you're just passing by, but over time we're able to see the changes. Here's a drone coming down from its pre-programmed flight.
Sponsors provided the pair with specialized equipment to track those changes, including a drastic one, the loss of sea ice.
Right now there's absolutely no ice.
We've had such a warm winter, much more rain. We didn't have rain at all last year, and all this makes challenges for the wildlife around here, especially seals, polar bears, and reindeers.
Not only are they watching the wildlife, they're watching out for wildlife. They've had nearly 90 polar bear sightings from their cabin and a couple of close calls.
You never think you're actually going to meet a polar bear and look it in the eye. And it was just another regular evening where we're going outside to look for the northern lights. And I went outside and I apparently startled the polar bear who was just right in front of me and stopped for what felt like a full minute. And my heart was immediately in my throat. And I looked at this thing and it's just in awe. I mean, it's absolutely a beautiful, magnificent marine mammal. And in the same breath, it was just horrifying that I was standing 2 meters away from this polar bear. I'll never, ever forget that.
My question is, what is the smallest polar bear that you've seen?
This cub we saw in April last
Hilda
year.
and Sunniva are also inspiring thousands of students with their story at virtual gatherings like this.
Just hearing about their passion for the project is really just inspiring and creates a lot of ambition for young people like me.
Paloma Ruiz de la Orden is 16. She attends Trafalgar School for Girls in Montreal.
Ever since I've started listening to their talks, I've been educating myself and others about what we can do to help the climate. Obviously, we can't necessarily go to the Arctic right now, but we can still do small things in order to make a huge impact.
And so it's been quite a journey.
World leaders joined the conversation, from David Suzuki to Dr. Jane Goodall.
So much information is collected with citizen science.
As you can tell, they're really excited, and you've definitely inspired the next generation.
And I think when you involve children, it's so desperately important to help them understand the natural world. And the more they learn about it and interact with it, the more likely they are to fall in love with the natural world and want to help protect it.
Back at the trapper's cabin, not only have Hilda and Sunniva been studying life around them, scientists have been studying them as well. curious about how they weathered all those months of isolation.
It's not easy being here with just one person. It wouldn't be easy for anybody, but we're pretty confident that had it been two men, that they might have punched each other out about now.
Don't bend forward. Keep your elbows at your side.
We have great routines. We have so much physical work that we need to do. Chopping wood and collecting ice and snow for water.
We give each other space to sort of make a contribution to the whole existence here. There's our pickup, 5 hours early.
At the end of May, Hilda and Sunniva prepared to leave.
Oh boy, after 18 months, hard to pack up.
They hitched a ride on a Norwegian Coast Guard vessel, reunited with family, and reflected on their mission, which they called Hearts in the Ice.
None of us are smart enough to solve the problems of the world, but together, if we collaborate and we leverage each other's skills and interests and abilities, we're able to actually move as communities forward. The heartbeats, the collaborative part of our project, has been the success.
The women are already thinking about their next adventure, being citizen scientists in the Canadian Arctic. Juanita Taylor, CBC News, Yellowknife.